Okay. Okay. So in this session, we are going to learn about various methods: limit method, skip method, and sort method. Okay. So all of them are very interesting. So firstly, we'll start with limit function. So uh, limit function, what exactly a limit function is? So basically this method limits the number of documents to be displayed in a response to a particular query. For example, if I want to display only two records, then I will use limit function. The syntax for using limit function is very simple: db.collectionname.find dot, then use limit function, and then specify the number of documents you want to limit. Okay, so if I write 2 over here, then it will only display 2 records. If I write 3 over here, then it will display only 3 records. So what I will do, I will start our Mongo shell by Mongo. Okay, I will connect with our database, use college. First I will display all the records. db dot student, which is nothing but our uh, collection. Okay. Okay, if I use this particular method, pretty method, then it will display our data in of JSON format. Now as you can see, I'm getting 4 records over here. Now I want to display only these 2 records. Okay, I want to display only these 2 records. Then in that case, I will apply limit over here. So the syntax is db.student.find.pretty dot, and then limit, and the limit up, then just write the number of documents you want to limit. For example, if I write 2 over here, then it will display only 2 records. As you can see, I'm getting only 2 records. So in this way, your limit method will work. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next method called a skip method. The skip method is used for skipping the given number of document in the query. Okay, see, now we'll use this query. Okay, first I will again display all these things, all these records. Now what I want to display is, I want to display this particular record. So can I say that I want to skip these 2 records, right? So whenever you want to skip a records or a document, what you will do, you will use skip method and then write the number of document you want to skip. So for example, if I use skip over here, and if I write 2, then it will skip first 2 records. As you can see, the first 2 records are skipped. Okay, so I'm getting the third and fourth record. Okay, so with this skip method, you can skip the number of document. Now we'll see sort method. So sort method is basically used for sorting. So you can sort your document in ascending or a descending order. So for example, if I want to display our student ID in a descending order, then I have to use sort function over here. So sort function will will take one parameter, which is nothing but field key. If you write the field key as 1, then it will sort that particular thing in ascending order. If you write -1 over there, then it will sort that thing in a descending order. So the default value is 1, which is nothing but ascending order. So now what I have to do is, I have to display only student ID. Okay, I want to display only student ID in a descending order. So can I say that now I want to apply projection over here, right? So what I have to do is, I will apply projection because I want to display only student ID. Okay, so okay, I don't want ID field, so I'll keep it 0, and I want to display only student ID, so I will keep its value as 1. Now pretty And now what I have to do, I have to sort it, right? So inside a sort, you will write one more curly brackets and then write down the key you want to sort. So in our case, I want to sort my student ID. So I will write student ID over here, and I want to uh, display it in a descending order, right? So if you want to display your particular field in a descending order, then just write -1 over here, so it will display it in a descending order. So now as you can see, I'm displaying only student ID because of this projection. This is happening because of this projection, and all the records are now in a descending order because of this sort function. Okay, so in this way we can apply sorting for our particular key. Now we'll solve some questions which are based on limit, skip, and sort. Sort age in an ascending order and display only age field. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to sort my age field in an ascending order, and I want to display only age field. Now can I say that I have to use projection again, right? It is somewhat similar to our previous query. So what I have to do here, I don't want student ID, what I want is age. So I'll keep the value of age is 1, and I don't want to sort my student ID. Now I want to sort my age, and it should be sorted in ascending way. So I will write 1 over here. So when I say 1, that means sort, it will sort my data in a ascending order. So now as you can see, all the data is now in a ascending format. Now, the second question is display the name and age of a youngest student in our document. Okay, so what I want to display is two things: name and age. That means it is clear that I have to use projection again, but I want to display the age and name of a youngest student. So youngest student is nothing but, can I say that if I sort my data, if I sort my age in ascending order, so the first student is the youngest one, right? Okay, so now I have to use projection, I have to use sort, and now I want to limit my data, right? That means I want to display only first record. So whenever you want to display only limited record, which function you will use? You will use limit function. So I have to combine all these functions together. So how to solve this particular query? So we'll write db dot student dot find find only uh, what I want to display, age and name. Okay, so I don't want ID, so I will write ID over here as 0, comma, I want to display name. So obviously I will write student name as 1, and I want to display age as well. So I will use age, then 1. Okay, now I want it in a pretty format. Dot, what I have to do is I have to display the youngest student. So I have to sort it in an ascending way. So I will use sort function, and inside that I will open and close curly bracket, and I want to sort age field, right? I want to sort age field in an ascending format. So whenever you want to sort in an ascending way, you write 1 over here. Okay, but if I execute this particular query, then it will display all the it will display all the name of the student and age in a ascending format. I don't want to display the records of all the student. I want to display the name and age of the youngest student, which is the first one, as you can see, which is the first one. So now I have to apply limit over here. So I will write dot limit, and then I want only one record. So I will write 1 over here. So if you execute this query, so as you can see, I'm getting the name as well as age of the youngest student. As you can see, the 26 age is the youngest one. Okay. So in this way, we can combine more than one function together. We'll solve one more question over here. Display the name and age of the second youngest student in our document. Okay, so now we want to skip this part. Can I say that I want to skip this record and I want to display this record, right? That means I want to display only one record, but I have to skip this particular thing. That means I want to apply projection over here, no doubt. I will apply sorting over here, but as I will apply limit as well, but along with it I will apply skip function too. Why? Because I want to skip this particular record. So this thing will remain as it is. What I will do, I will simply use skip the first record. So I will use skip one over here. Okay, the rest of the thing will remain as it is. And now as you can see, I'm getting the name and the age of second youngest student. So in this way you can apply more than one function together. This is very interesting part. So just try this part, just keep practicing on this particular functions. Okay, so if you are getting any errors while doing this, then please let me know in our comment section.